Well, hello, crafty people. Who knows what time it is? Does anybody know the real time? Crafty people, who knows what time it is? Does anybody know the real time? Crafty people, who knows what time it is? Does anybody know? Oh my gosh, I hear an echo. Okay, so turn the volume down. Okay, now I shouldn't hear an echo. I should just see my big mouth. Well, hello everybody. Welcome to the Crafty Basement. We're going to make a really cool card tonight. And what, besides how beautiful it is, I want to tell you it's gonna, okay, not use up your designer series paper, but you're gonna be able to start in and use some of that pretty paper that you've been hoarding. How do I know you've been hoarding it? Well, let me tell you, I hoard it. You know, I used to hoard material, but I'm so glad I changed into a paper addict instead of a fabricaholic, because fabric takes up a heck of a lot more space than one tiny piece of paper. So I'm glad that my obsession has changed. I'm gonna let you know that tonight's the last live video for a week or two. Next week, I'm gonna have a link to a already made video, so you still can stamp along with Colleen. It just won't be live in the Crafty Basement. It will be pre-recorded. Sorry about that. Then the next 2 weeks, I'm gonna try really hard to go live from Maine, like the state of Maine. Tom and I are taking a trip in our little new Scamp camper. Well, the camper itself isn't new, but it's new for us. And we're gonna go see the cool colors in Maine. Plus, we've been getting tips from other people who've been to Maine and they've loved it. And I'm excited for our trip. So just know that next week will be a pre-recorded video, but I'll put the link up so you can watch it on Monday night at 7:30 if you want, or anytime after that. Also, then after that, I'm gonna go live from the Scamp in Maine. I see I have another person here. Who's my third person? Hello, 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 and welcome to the Crafty Basement. Here are tonight's dimensions that we have. We are going, as I mentioned before, instead of having a cardstock base, we're going to be using designer series paper, DSP, and you're going to cut that, ooh, don't look how you cut this already, 5 1/4, and you don't have to cut it anywhere because it's 12 by 12. So you're going to cut your designer series paper down to 5 1/4. The other thing you're going to do or need is a piece of coordinating, anyway, you're going to score it at 2, 4, not 6, but 8 and 10. And how do I know not 6? Because I did that the first time I did this. So it's at 2, 4, 8, and 10. So 2 inches there. You're also going to need white cardstock. This one's going to be measured 3 1/2 by 4 3/4, and that little piece is going to fit right here in the middle of your designer series paper. And then you're going to need a square of 2 1/2 by 2 1/2. Did you know that makes a square and all of the sides are equal? Just kidding. Going back to your basic geometry. You're also going to need cardstock to match. I chose 2 different cardstocks. One cardstock I picked, this matches, it's Calypso Coral, and you could pick any color, of course. 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. So that's basically 1/4 of a sheet of cardstock. And then I went out of my box and I made another piece. Here it says cardstock to match, and instead of using this color, I used Balmy Blue, B-A-L-M, balm, like a balm. And that's 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. Again, a square because the sides are even. LOL. Then it says you're going to need to have a sentiment or something that's die cut to match the front. And what I did was I die cut some branches, if I can pick it up. Some branches. You're going to hold it. It also said hold it as a diamond because that's how it's going to be. So you're going to put your little pieces on your focal point. And I so hope that people know what I mean by focal point. I don't know what else to call it, but I guess because you're focusing into it, it's a focal point. Well, we'll come back to these pieces later. I have a host code going on. September is my birthday month, so you get free shipping. And what I do is I send you a check to reimburse you for the shipping because Stampin' Up! Doesn't recognize that this is my birthday, not their birthday. So it's my birthday month. And the host code VYFKUSYQ. And I'll leave that up here for a little bit. So remember, not only, let me bring this down. Oh, I can see lots of stuff. Anyway, we'll come back to that. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your piece of designer series paper that's cut again at 5 1/4, and then it's scored at 2, 4, 8, and 10. We're going to have you make a little tick up here at the top here. This is the top of the, I don't have a pen here. But anyway, this is the top of the first score mark. And then you're going to come down to, I think it's 2 1/4. Let me check that out. Yep, it's 2 1/4. So you're going to make another little tick mark at 2 1/4. So you're going to have a tick mark here and a tick mark here. Then you're going to put your designer series paper in your paper cutter, and you're going to line up the tick marks. So at the fold here and at the tick mark here, and you're going to bring this down and zip. Oops, there it is. So this end will come off. So you have this at the tick mark at 2, and then down, I think it's 2 again. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I measured it, but who knows. So 2 by 2 1/4. Okay, you're gonna do the same thing to the other side here. You're gonna measure again. This is the fold, and it's going to be, see, this is, I don't know why I'm so like not thinking. I don't think it's 2. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 2 1/4. Anyway, you're going to take that off, and it really doesn't matter. Then you have these 2 cute little corners, and you say, well, Colleen, what am I going to do with corners? Well, you don't want to throw it away, not only because DSP is precious, but it's because you're going to use it. So basically, you're going to take your glue, and my favorite is the green glue. Yes, I've said it before. And you're going to take your corner, and you're going to glue it down to one corner here. And then you're going to move over and take that other corner. I bet you thought I lost it because it could get lost in that pattern. And you're going to put more glue on this corner. And then I don't have many people on tonight, but that's okay. I love you who is here. And then you're going to take that and you're going to glue it down to the other corner. I don't know if I told you to have a bone folder. I don't think you're going to need it, but basically what at the 4-inch mark, the 4-inch score mark, I'm going to bring it in. And you guys should already have yours folded, Nana and Mama. And then I'm going to take this back and fold that back. But you should probably wait till your glue dries because I didn't. And it's a little bit crooked now. So again, I'm going to open up my DSP, Designer Series paper, and I'm going to find my 4-inch boy, my brain's gone. And then I'm going to fold back on the 2-inch one so that it's nice and straight. And I'll let you know that if you don't have a bone folder like mine's, like I have 2 or 3 of them and none of them are here. Here we go, right there like that. So you have a wonderful little beginning of your card that will open up like this. And then when you have a minute, the next thing I want you to do is take this out, and it might help to keep these little wings up here. You like how I called them wings, so that you can kind of see where your folds are here, because you're going to take your white cardstock and you're going to put it in the middle here. So that's why I like using the wet glue or the Tombow, mainly because if I put tape on here and I put it down and it came out crooked, I couldn't move it. So I like using the liquid glue, or if you have a glue stick, that's the same thing. Not really, but it'll do it. And look at that, I have a nice thick layer of glue. You don't need quite that much. Okay, and I'm going to place it down in the middle of my cardstock. Trying to be equidistant from the top and the bottom, and equidistant from the sides. Boy, with the squares and the equidistant, it makes me think I'm back in sophomore year in Mrs. Posey's class, taking my geometry. That was, I really love geometry, and if I had known that trigonometry was as fun as geometry, I might have taken it, but I didn't take many advanced math classes. Probably should have, but I didn't. So here we have this, and I'll know you're ready because you'll bang on the floor to go to the next part. Let me see what else is going on. I have been getting ready for, if I'm going to be gone for 2.5 weeks, there's a lot of prep work I haven't done. Like I've got, well, the 3 Monday night mystery cards that I have had to prep and plan for. And then I do a class in a retirement home, and they make 3 cards, and that'll be when I come back. So I've had to plan those and cut all the pieces. And I'm still waiting for a bang on the floor from the peanut gallery upstairs. Wow. So I've had to take care of those and plan them. And we're going to have a Christmas class, which I'm pretty excited about, but I'll show you those cards after I got the bang on the floor. So we're going to take this card, we're going to put it aside. Now we're going to take our pieces for our focal point. You can just leave the peachy one up there. So I am going to take my blue cardstock, and I'm going to be taking my white cardstock, and I'm going to be gluing the white. I have 2 glues here and I didn't unclog. Yeah, I did. I'm going to glue the white onto the blue. Glue the blue. I'm a poet. I'm so excited. So we're going to glue that on here. Again, you want to try to make it so that we're equal sides, equal showing, the blue showing equally on the white. Okay, and then we're going to take our, this we have a vine. I don't know what you guys are doing. You could do some kind of a, just a stamp, or a, well, I can show you this card. I did this card earlier, and I just put a stamp in the middle of it. See, isn't that gonna be cute? And also because the white didn't show up on the black, I outlined the white with the black so it showed up. But anyway, so you can do whatever you want to this triangle, just know it needs to be a triangle. And what we are doing is we're taking dimensionals, and we're putting them on the back of the peaches. And right now, Mama and Nana, you could be taking the papers off the dimensionals so that you're ready to put it on your paper. Okay, I'm only going to use 3. And one thing I might have showed you before is that if you put your nail down the middle of it, it makes it easy to peel those little pieces off. I love dimensionals, but they are sometimes a little bit messy. Okay, so I have my dimensionals on mine. Again, I want it as a diamond, so I'm going to be kind of placing it on the middle there. You could leave room for a sentiment if you wanted to on either side, if you wanted to make a little hello, or I think I put to a sweet friend on one side. Okay, meanwhile, I'm going to be putting, oh, I have little peaches that we cut, and we had a, what did I use? I used the die cuts that came with the pretty as a peach, sweet as a peach. I don't remember, but it, I don't know. I got the fruit stamps, and I got the strawberry one, and I got the blueberry one, and now I have the peach one. I figured anybody can like peaches. Not everybody likes flowers, so I figured it could be a guy thing with either flowers or peaches. So I'm going to put these on. Doesn't matter which one you put where, because that makes each card unique. Okay, there we go. There's our focal point. And what we're going to do next is we're going to take this focal point and we're going to put it on our card. Now, this is going to be a little tricky because you want the points to match up at the openings. Okay, and then distance-wise here, but you only want to put glue on this side. So what I just did, as you saw, I opened this up so that it makes it, when you turn this over, you're only going to put the glue on this end. And I think I used glue. I don't believe I used dimensionals on this part because I kind of wanted, oops, I think I went over. And again, I think you know that you don't want to go over the edge because then you'll glue your card shut, and you don't want to do that. Okay, so once you have that, check it again. You're going to put your card down here, or your focal point, and you're going to go. You know, I guess I didn't do much stamping here. It's going to be a card coming up sometime where you're going to do stamping. I just haven't figured it out. So there, you're done here, and believe it or not, we are finished with this card. I made this, oops, no we're not. So when you're done with that, you're going to turn your card over. You're going to put glue all over the back of it. Then you're going to get your cardstock, the solid colored cardstock. Everything's just moving. And you're going to glue it down on your paper. Now you're finished. I made this same card earlier, and I put to a sweet friend here. You know, you could put anything. I just had a stamp set out here that said hello, and I wonder if I have a block with me here, and I could do that. I've got, let me see if it'd fit. I have little happy birthdays that would fit, but I don't have them with me. Oh, the hello, is it gonna fit? No, not really. You could put it down here, but I don't think I want to do that. So we're not going to do this. This is the artistically inked. I'm going to be using this for one of my, on my travels. Woo, we're going to make something there. So basically, here's the card. It's a lot of fun. Like I said, use up your designer series paper. It also shows off both sides, which is something we don't always get to do, is use both sides of our designer series paper. So make sure you like both sides. You know, there's some designer series paper out there, I don't like both sides. And here, this is from the free paper. I was going to use this as my one of my Christmas card classes, but I didn't have enough paper, because if you make 2 cards from one piece of a 12 by 12 paper, that would mean that if more than 2 people signed up for this card, I would need 5 pieces of this paper, and you only get 2 in a package. So I decided not to do it, but this was Leanne Greff, I believe, who did this card first. She's a sweetie. And speaking of Christmas cards, I haven't set the date yet for it, I don't believe, but I do have my cards made, and I'll get to show you these. So here we have this card here, A Joyful Christmas to You and Yours, and then you make this little montage of leaves and holly berries and a pine cone, and then some shiny here, and then I did put Wink Estella on the pine leaves, they're not, pine needles, and then some of these fun opals. So that's one card. The other card has more shine on it. This is just Season's Greeting. This is a very simple card. We'll probably come up with, oop, that's where my mistake was. I always use both sides of my paper. But this is that glitter paper you can get with a $50 order, because it's celebration. Season's Greetings. I gotta put something else on here, I think, because it looks like it needs something. And this one we all made last week. One of these cards here, this is again paper from Celebration, and I have plenty of that, for heaven's sakes. I overdid it. Together, I thought it was great with Together is the Merriest Place to Be, because there are all these little animals. And when you open it up, are you ready? Yay! We've got the guy with the snowman, and then I cut out these little figures. So be cool, be chill, be merry. Remember, you guys? And how I tried to do that, be cool, be chill, be married, and it came out bad? Well, I redid it, and it came out good. So there we go. That's the Christmas card class that's coming up in October. And my downline Angie and I are going to be doing a fall buffet with different cards, and her cards are always so much different than mine. I mean, hers are outstandingly wonderful. Mine are pretty good too, but it's great because then you have a whole different personality of cards coming in that you get to choose from. So, and I believe that's going to be, I don't know the exact dates, but that'll be in October. Well, I want to say thank you all for joining me. It's been fun, and I'll see you next week. Not live, but we will be Donna. Hello, Donna. And Carrie McHale is here too, and Kathy Carrolls is watching. I'm just noticing the comments now. So, Carrie, you're way out in the East Coast. Well, I mean West Coast, I think. And Donna Duran, where are you from? And Kathy Carrolls, where are you from? I think it's pretty good. Tom Ciasio's watching, and so is Nana. Thank you very much anyway for watching. I will see you another day.